All right, part two, Borderlands. I will be talking about Borderlands, the storyline. So spoilers. If you haven't played it yet, it's an old ass game. Get on it. At the end of Borderlands 2, this is where we have Hyperion's basically crushed. Handsome Jack has been defeated. The warrior has been defeated. Pandora pretty much kind of goes back to the status quo. And that's the thing that playing through that is the thing that I'm going to be getting to probably at the end of this long extrapolation is, okay, so yeah, how is Pandora now that Jack is dead, Hyperion is defeated, basically the Vault Hunters are in charge of a floating city sanctuary and try to it's back to the way it was. The people that live there have problems that were caused by all of this, but the evil is defeated. But now they know there's a war coming, so they need to find Vault Hunters, and they need to go and find all of these other vaults because they're apparently all full of giant iridium monsters that can, destroy the world or destroy worlds if someone gets a hold of them and can use them. I don't know. Like, war's coming. This is what's treated in. We're going into that. But Hyperion is gone, and Pandora is back to the way it was. Back to, let's see, we have what is it? The rats that live in the sewers that are cannibals that are based on the Boyles from the pre-sequel that, or I don't know, they found escape pods down from Helios Station and became the rats. So we have the cannibal guys. We have the moonshiner inbreds out in the dust that Moxie's from, and we have the rest of like bandits that may be cannibals, maybe not be cannibals, just roaming tribes of motorized psychopaths that, murder, eat, whatever they do, like all over the planet, just whatever. And here is the one that got to me this morning as I was thinking about all this. And here is the one. Who's the most powerful person on Pandora now? Think about it. It's Mad Moxie. Because when you actually do the math at the end of Borderlands 2 and all the subsequent DLCs, she's most likely talked Mr. Torg out of the Torg Dome. So she's got a new Underdome, which she's had twice previously. She's got the bar everybody goes to. She kind of knows everyone, and everyone, you see Mad Moxie's got a pizza business. You deliver pizza for her in a mission in Borderlands, side mission in Borderlands 2. So the most powerful person on Pandora is, and that's the impression I get. I mean, she has her own brand of weapons, and the way she talks is like a former Vault Hunter. So she used to be a Vault Hunter, either gave up on it and is looking at, well, if you think about it, why didn't she go into the Vault Hunt if she's a former Vault Hunter? They talk about her like she's a former Vault Hunter. So she obviously was an older generation Vault Hunter. Quit. She's got her little line of weapons she gives out to the Vault Hunters she likes. They talk about this place, about Pandora used to be a place where Vault Hunters came all the time. And that's what do you get that she just wants to be the most powerful person, all the Vault Hunters on Pandora. All she did was restore status quo. Jack's goal was to make that place banditless, which, his methodology aside, that's what he was going to usurp her, which is now, it's like the pieces all make sense. Because, I mean, I'd been puzzling over this for a couple weeks. Why the hell? Because, here we are, end of Borderlands 2. now that we are storyline, we know what happened from from the pre-sequel. We know what happened on Helios Station and Elpis. So when you go to the timeline, the real manipulator has kind of been Moxie. The whole, like, Marcus Kincaid, Moxie's ex-husband, bringing the Vault Hunters, the original four. And here's the one: Lilith is the key in this entire little, like, fan canon thing that I keep. Lilith is the key in this because she's the one that betrays. She's the one that gives Jack his scar. She's the one that causes. She's just the primary instrument for Moxie's revenge on Jack, or Moxie's checking of Jack. I mean, that's really kind of what that was. I mean, when I played through the pre-sequel again, I was thinking that's a little harsh response for being a bad boyfriend, is to turn the weapon he was going to use into a singularity and try to kill him. And then I was like, wait a minute. The weapon he said that he could shoot from Orgibit and kill all the bandits without having to risk any human life whatsoever, the stuff that would have legitimately put him in the position of power on Pandora, and yes, the Iridian Guardian to fucking back that power up to keep this. Obviously, Pandorans are a pretty unruly lot. I mean, they divide off into tribes and you see. If you played through Borderlands, you've seen Pandora. The flora and fauna want to kill you, and the inhabitants are every bit as hostile. And I'm not just talking about the Hyperion robots. So, in this environment, he's going to be, I thought that was a little heavy-handed. Now that I'm thinking it through this morning of filming these shorts, is, wow, that's actually, she was checking someone who was about to usurp her power in the region. Moxie, I mean, get me if I'm wrong, or if you haven't thought about this, but, even the Borderlands people, I mean, Randy Pitchford and the rest of you writers, I mean, brilliant job, but Tannis is a misdirect, isn't it? Well, at least, Tannis is a misdirect for the cosmos. You're thinking farther in the cosmos, I hope. You keep talking about we're going to leave Pandora for Borderlands 3, so yeah. But just in... I digress. The real, the way Pandora is right now is to check Jack from taking over from Moxie being pretty much the central power of the planet. She kind of is the most powerful... Under the table, kind of the most like a worm tongue fucking Riders of Rohan, Lord of the Rings thing. Because, she's not having to make any political decisions, but everybody comes in the bar. She can hire Vault Hunters to kill the people she don't like, that get in her way. In the Valentine's Day Massacre, she tried to organize peace between her two weird dust clans, and look how that ended up. But it did. It gave you exactly no reason to ever interact with the Hodunks or the Zaffords again, because now you're the reason why they want to kill you. So, and she's scot-free. She's no longer to blame for whatever started that feud in the first place. If I remember canonically, she didn't want her daughter to be the clan mother for I think she's a Zafford. I'm fuzzy on my lore there. I did a refresher before I started talking about this, but yeah. So at the end of Borderlands 2, dawn of Borderlands 3, obviously vaults are more important and they're on other planets, but no more vaults on Pandora. This is going to be the Vault Hunters base world, I'm guessing, which, yeah, basically means you would have been dealing with in this canonically, if you were living in this universe, you'd be either dealing with Handsome Jack's regime, who had absolutely he was going to turn that into his own, probably his own little world, Coruscant. If you're rich enough to live there, you can leave. He's going to make it a luxury planet out in the middle of the friggin' sticks. Makes sense. Look at opportunity. Look at the design of that city. Yeah, that was going to be the whole planet after it was all done. and no one was going to be able to fuck with him because he would have the fucking Iridian warrior to fuck up anything that fucked with him. Would have made Hyperion possibly the new power in that section of the universe. So yeah, you are checking a despotic dictator, but was he really one to start with? It was just I think it was more about her retaining power and power on Pandora. That's honestly just my take. As someone who wore a uniform and all of that. So this is the setup. This is part two. This is the thing I've been thinking about. I think the thing I've been obsessing on is I'm writing this story as a character in this world. So that's part 2.